A hollow shaft having an inside diameter 50% of its outside diameter is to be replaced a solid shaft transmitting the same power at the same speed. Calculate the percentage saving in material if the same material is used for both the shafts, right? So basically, I have a solid shaft which is transmitting some amount of power at some speed, and I have to replace this shaft by a hollow shaft, right? The power transmitted should be same, the speed also should be same, and the hollow shaft, the inside diameter is 50% of the outside diameter, right? So if that is the case, then what is the saving in the material? Now one may ask, now let us say I had a shaft of 50 and now I have got 60 outer diameter and 30 inside diameter shaft, and the shaft length is, let us say, 400 or 500 millimeters. So the saving in material is very less and it may not cost so much. So what is the big deal, right? See, the big deal is this shaft that we are talking, it is usually made of steel, and it has its own self weight because of which the shaft tends to bend or sag, right? And when it is rotating, I'll try to show this with an example. Let us say this is my shaft, and when you view from the end, it will look like this, right? Now let me take two or a center line of the shaft like this. Now let us say this shaft is having a certain weight. So this is like a simply supported beam with UDL, right? So that can be converted as a point load at the center, right? So let us say this is the load on the shaft. Now I'm taking 2 points on this shaft. This is A and this is B. Let us say the shaft is rotating in clockwise direction. Now after the beam or the shaft bends in this way, correct? Now, when the shaft is rotated by half revolution, that is, A has come down here, the new position of A is here, and B has gone up there, right? Then what happens? The fibers which are at the bottom, below this axis, neutral axis, which was subjected to tension, is now at the top where it will be subjected to compression, and the fibers which is at the top of this neutral axis, which was earlier subjected to compression, is now subjected to tension. So because of this, what happens when the shaft is continuously rotating, for every half revolution the fibers are changing from compression to tension and tension to compression continuously. So because of this, what happens, the material will fail, the shaft will fail at a load which is very much less than the yield load of the component, right? So this type of failure is called as fatigue failure, right? You will be studying this in detail in machine design 2, right? So for this reason, it is very important that I need a lighter shaft which is strong also to transmit the power, right? So if the shaft is light, then this bending will be small, right? So the life of this shaft can be improved or increased by this. So let us go back to our numerical. This is for your information. It is not in your syllabus. It is just out of. Now let us start. See, what you have to do is, I have the solid shaft. So based on this, what is given in this, the power transmitted is same at same speed, right? Now the power transmitted is given by 2 pi nt by 60. So if speed is same, then P of hollow shaft should be equal to P of solid shaft. So only difference there will be the torque, and that should be same, right? What I basically mean is the torque transmitted by the solid shaft and the torque transmitted by the hollow shaft should be equal. So based on this, I will try to derive this equation. Now let us find the torque transmitted by solid shaft. So the torque transmitted by shaft is given by um, I'll just copy this equation and then make change in that. That is for hollow. So it will be just d raised to 4, right? So into I'll call it as d suffix s raised to 4, right? ds means solid shaft diameter. Okay. Uh, Now you don't have to put any values in this because I don't have any value. Now the same thing for hollow shaft. Hollow shaft is given by T is equal to pi by 16 tau d raised to 4 minus d raised to 4 by d. Right? Here we will do some changes. What is that I am going to do? I will take this d raised to 4 as common outside. So this is equal to, right? So this is d raised to 4. I'm taking common. So it will become 1 minus d raised to 4 by d raised to 4. Right? Good. I will insert a bracket. 1 minus d raised to 4 by d raised to 4. Now this d and 1d here get cancelled. I'll take this into next line. Now this is equal to, this will remain as it is. And I will add another bracket here. I'll take only numerator because this d got cancelled and this d raised to 4 has become d cube, right? Into 1 minus d raised to 4 by d raised to 4. Now this d raised to 4 by d raised to 4, I have this ratio, right? D by d is 50, right? But d by d is equal to 0.5, right? So this is half of the outside diameter. So now put this value in this expression, we get uh, P equal to, so this will become 0.5 raised to 4, right? Now let me just calculate this value, or yeah, I'll just calculate this. So it is 1 minus 0.5 raised to 4. So this is 0.9375. So this is equal to 0.9375 pi by 16 tau. Multiply this by, right? Now in the equation here said that the power transmitted and the speed is same. So since power transmitted and speed of rotation of both shafts are same, we have mm,
हेलो सर।
yes,
सर वो डी क्यूब नहीं लिया ना आपने?
okay, I missed that, sorry, thank you. Yeah, that is required. Without that, you cannot solve this. Because now I'm going to derive a relation between this ds and d, right? So I have to equate both the torques. We have, um, let me just call this torque as ts and this as th, just to differentiate, right? So this is th and this is also th. So we have uh, ps is equal to ph, or get this value now, pi by 16 tau into ds raised to 4 is equal to this value. It is ds raised to 4 na, ds raised to 3 hai na ye, 2 ds raised to 3 is equal to this d cube hota hai, right? Now from this pi by 16, we take this on the other, pi by 16 tau and pi by 16 tau is same on both the side. So just copy this equation here, and I'm removing this pi by 16 tau and pi by 16 tau here. So d cube is equal to 0.9375 d cube. Now taking on both sides, we get uh, ds is equal to cube root of this. Where is cube root? This is cube. The cube root of 0.9375 is 0.978717. Let me take 6 decimals. 0.9 just copy this rather. I'll make this 7, right, into D, right? So I have a relation between ds and D, and there is a relation between D and small d, right? Small d is half of this. Now using this, what you have to do is you have to find the what is saving in the percentage saving in the material. Now percentage saving in the material is basically how much of material you can save. So percentage saving in material is equal to see basically we have to calculate the mass of solid shaft and mass of hollow shaft, and based on that you can calculate the saving in material. Now mass of shaft is volume into density. Volume is cross sectional area into length. So if you take the percentage change in the cross section, you will get the percentage saving in the material, right? So I will call this as A. Just copy this. So area of solid shaft minus area of hollow shaft, because hollow shaft area will be lesser, divided by area of solid shaft into 100, because it is percentage. This will give me the percentage saving in the material. Now what is area? Area is pi by 4 ds square for this, and this is pi by 4 d square minus d square. So pi by 4 is common everywhere. So I can write this as um, ds square minus open bracket d square minus d square, right? ds square minus d square minus d square divided by ds square, multiply this by 100. Okay, now ds is this much, d is d by 2, capital D by 2. So you have to substitute everything in terms of capital D, right? So this is equal to, just copy this. Again, you will have a ratio here. So this thing, so this much D whole square minus D square. So just write it as it is, minus D square is 0.5 D, right? So 0.5 D whole square. So that is my numerator, and the denominator will be just this, right? Now you have to calculate this. I'll do this in my calc because this calculator will take time for me. So it is 0.8717 square minus 1 minus of 0.5 square. So d square is there everywhere, so that will get cancelled. Is this much divided by 0.978717 square into 100. I missed that part. Into 100 is equal to, so this is 21.7%, right? So the percentage saving in the material is 21.7%. If you replace a solid shaft with a hollow shaft, which is having outside to inside diameter ratio as 0.5. So this is the solution to this.